All right. So I did my second like pop up like boop, and this is what happened. I got these cards: battle on the recipient side, and the stranger in reversal on the doing side. So it's like somebody wants to start shifts. They did something about like turning off my microphone. I don't know what. And then like I don't know, 5 minutes in or something, or 4 minutes in, they turned off my microphone, and then I had to restart. And so my new energy cards was this and this, which is like, oh, somebody wants to start shoes, but I'm not going to be able to find them, whatever. They will forever remain a stranger, or I'll find out who it is, but like it won't matter by that time. Then I did a retry, and then I have confusion on the left side, the recipient side, and then wealth in reversal on the right side, which is cray. That's crazy. This is like remaining like in a loop of like suspension of not being able to create wealth for myself, and so this is BS. So we're going to throw this back into the deck all upright, or, in its reversal sense. Okay. Shuffle once more. The full card inverted. So I am landing in a clear opportunity to move forward. It's custom fit for me. So I'm going to accept that as a segue to here. Okay. So this is kind of just being like self-driven on the doing side, on the original like part 1 portion. And this is kind of like self-propelled, like self-guided, direct. So I'm going to pick some new energy cards here, okay? All right. Boop. 3, 2, 1, cheese. What is it? Communication and truth. Look, I'm receiving the truth. I built some safeguards up after I got those two other faulty, like, what do you call it, disruptions, interference. That's what it is. And so I did some safeguards, and thank you. And so look, I got some better cards. I fixed it. It only took a couple of things. I didn't have to go like, tell those bitches and hoes, and I didn't have to come up with anything poetic. Justice is already set up that way for me. So I just did like a couple of things, and it was all good, man. And so the new energy cards are truth and communication. How beautiful is that? To have both cards landing there? Like, this is so truth and communication are holding hands here. Whether I look in the mirror and move forward like with some sort of strategy, or there's communication coming from abroad, it is still all good. This is clear and open. This is the open door policy that isn't just built in as a cliche to the company, so that you feel better about entering. Thanks. I wanted to pick a shirt that was that I just felt like wearing, that I felt comfortable with. I have a lot of t-shirts, but I don't know. It's just some feel like, I don't know, you just gotta feel in the moment to wear it. And I haven't worn this one in a long as time. So, all right. So, mistake in reversal on the doing side. This one, okay, let's just reintroduce this. This is Gifts Unlocked by To the Inner Wild, Season 2, Episode 10, Part 2. I am destined and fated to do what? What? Indeed, Star Trek and Star Wars are both good. All right, so doing side. Yeah, so yeah, no, I definitely coped well in with those distractions. I wouldn't even say like cope. I distracted the distractions. They're gonna get karma. They're gonna get karma. Okay, so anyway, mistaken reversal. This is undoing the vuggery. This is make no mistake about it. I'm gonna do what needs to be done. That's fantastic. I love it. All right, so those are the energy cards. Segue cards will come from here. Okay, the Healing Light Tarot. Madness Sprinkle, do you have a distaste for this world? Because it kind of sounds like it. I find my answers. I'm not going to kick anybody out just for having different beliefs, you know. This is a segue. Okay, I forget we're doing the segue here. Okay, so 6 of Cups and Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Oh, okay. So this is wonderful. If this is a segue, the first part had me like in solitude as far as like the steering anyway. And just knowing, you know, like when we go through death, it's a very singular felt process. Yeah, you have a distaste for many things, Madness Sprinkle. I'll just kind of remember your vibe for a second. You're just a little blip. That's what you care to be. That's what you care to add into this world. Kick me out. I don't care. Nobody cares. That's as much as you've added. All right, anyway, so moving forward, there's no mistake about it. I will get open lines of communication that hold the truth. And so it's almost effortless in attaining that. 6 of Cups. These are like the transitory cards. This is a segue card to lead, or these are two to lead into the header cards. So this is good. This is good vibes. These are good vibes. These are the qualifiers to lead into the header cards. If you don't make it, you're out. You're out. You know. That's all there is to it. I don't need to waste breath on every single energy over here. Yeah. Madness is the kind of energy that desires like fights when push comes to shove, like the automation of it. She's the built-in macro button to energize that behavior. It was definitely a female. I could tell by the type of wording and like the kind of psychology talk. There's a difference in the way males talk versus females. Even if females, uh, even if males have like a feminine form or vice versa, I could tell that was straight up a female who's just, I don't know. I don't really care to figure that out. She didn't qualify, so that's all there is to it. Moving forward. This is turning the wheels. This is moving on with our lives. What is it? This is like John Lennon's Plastic Ono Band. What is it? Watching the wheels go round and round. I really love to watch them roll. No more. What is it? On the merry-go-round. I just had to let it go. I think that's what it is. Yeah. And so nothing is lost, you know. Everything that is there for you is really meant for you, and you can tell straight up. If people are not down for you, they're not down for you, so you just let it go. But those were never really down for me, so like there's nothing lost, you know. I still got this. I don't know what that means. I don't know what goose is. Goose fraba. I know what that means. That's a management of anger. That's a way to calm shiz down. That's how I'll take it. All right. So those are the Segue cards. Okay, these are going to be the header cards. Oh, thanks. I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but I'm gonna say that if it was not a compliment, it came off rather uneducated. Like, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Oh, I look like a bounty hunter. I'll take it as tough. All right. All right, ready. Okay. All right, so this is the header cards. Boop. 3, 2, 1, cheese. What is it? Knight of Swords. Things are moving fast. Giddy up. And then the Ace of Cups, the doing side. Okay. I'm destined to do, and I'm destined and fated to do what? What? Okay. Well, this is quick to find out. Oh yeah, that's what it is. That's quick to find out on the left-hand side. And then on the right, it's very straightforward, especially when it clarifies this energy. Especially when the segue is this. This is reliable communications. If you're playing telephone and there's a lot of like exchanges happening to deliver, they're all reliable. They come from all good places. And then here, this is the initial. This is it's like I was waiting for it. I was waiting very intently. Focus, yeah. So this is moving very quickly, quick to find out. And then on the doing side, the Ace of Cups. This isn't just a boost of creativity, but this is almost unearthly. This is discovering life forms in other realms. You see, this is another galaxy right here. In fact, let me go ahead and find out if that's but that's the impression of another galaxy. Let me go ahead and find out, though, if it's just our own. So I'm just speaking in totality. I'm a big representative. Ace of Cups. Graviton. As the name suggests, the graviton is a carrier particle of gravity. The existence of gravitons remain theoretical, as they have yet to be observed scientifically. The Ace of Cups symbolizes the birth of a new emotion, an opening of the heart. Its flowing, watery imagery reflects the boundless nature of pure compassion. Yes. So this is wonderful. Okay. So this is a different form of research and development in my field. Yeah, definitely. All right. Oh, space is the final frontier. So that's what I'm gonna be doing, not just in space in the 3D, but like other dimensions. I want to see a little bit more on graviton. I'm gonna see if I can get some more data. Graviton. What does it mean here? Okay. The AI overview is a hypothetical elementary particle proposed of quantum theory that would carry the force of gravity, acting as a quantum messenger, much like photons carry light. If they exist, gravitons are expected to be massless, electrically neutral, spin 2 bosons that travel at the speed of light, though they remain undetected due to their extremely weak interaction with matter, requiring a unified theory of quantum gravity to fully understand. So I didn't know what the boson the spin 2 boson was referring to, but it's saying its spin 2 property arises from gravity's source, so that's the energy and momentum tensor, unlike the spin 1 photon. That offers a little bit more. No, it wasn't reversed when I picked it. Maybe to you, I mean, like, go like that. So this is my left and this is right. Just I don't you, it's yeah, kind of like that. Interesting. So it does seem like it's something to explore beyond our own dimension of acknowledgments, of usual acknowledgments. These are honorable mentions. All right, so where am I going to go with this? Okay, so this is going to be used for the messaging. These are going to be used for clarifiers, and these are going to be used for, I think, clues. Okay. Do, 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 do. Okay. All right. I'm destined and fated to do what? This. 8 of Pentacles in reverse and 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Internal. External. All right. So overall, these are 11 Pentacles, aka the Ace of Pentacles right here, prime suspect of Pentacles. So Eight of Pentacles in reverse. This is supposed to be, whatever this is supposed to be almost effortless. I checked to see if it was going to incur more labor intensive to recreate a certain mastery, but they're saying that I have already attained a certain level that I need to be in. And whatever I'm headed towards, it's not going to require more, but rather less. The art of relinquishing, the art of surrender, um, the art of trusting in what I perceive to be imperfections, or, you know, the norm to be imperfections, because they somehow find their way. Let me see here. I'm not going to tolerate any kind of word salad happening over here. I know some people are trying to do things that are like, I don't know. It's like encoded messaging with things that don't really make sense in some. So I'm just kicking those energies out. Hold on, there's something in my okay. Anyway, this is supposed to be the art of surrender. So this is also relinquishing perfection, and that was embedded in my angel numbers from the prior reading. And it was like transitional. The like letting go of perfection was first targeted towards like um my, like, just all the quariants and collective there in the previous reading, but then part of it was also mine, so I couldn't, it was like, which one is it? So I just left it towards like the collective, and just kind of just like, I'll just throw myself into there too. So this is showing me to where I'm headed. I'm not supposed to perfect certain things, so if I um um like, not to get down on myself too if something is perceived to be incomplete. Like when I do the channeled readings, or channeled music, or other media that's supposed to be supported within that, whatever I input is, and whoever catches glimpse of that, that's what they're supposed to get at that time. When I add to the play, and there's others that, you know, visit, that's what they're supposed to get, that comprehensive view of things. And it's not to say that the previous collective lost out, but maybe they might revisit again, or they might not. Regardless, everybody's getting what they're supposed to be getting, basically. Even I heard even the cross watchers. So anyway, it's supposed to be, you know, effortless. And then Three of Pentacles in reverse. I'm like, okay, well, I just had to due diligence and check, you know, is this like a loss of, you know, a reduced amount of offerings for me, a reduced amount, like, are they very much like a straight and narrow path, and it's very isolated, like this is a specialization with only like a very small, like, you know, it's super duper specialized. It's not quite that in the reduction of opportunities, but rather they're undercover. There, I asked between underground and undercover, and it's undercover, not underground. Okay, so that's that. Okay, I'll get clarifiers for those. First off, clarifier for the Eight of Pentacles in reversal. Okay, Ten of Cups, the Empress in reverse, and the World card in reverse. Yeah, so what it's showing me here is yes, it's supposed to be like a free-flowing frequency. They're saying let your frequency flag fly. And then so here it's supposed to be almost effortless, like not perfectionist at all, because what I'm supposed to attain from it is not a level of frustration. Am I keeping up with like the markings of the job? Like am I you know, like restrained from the anywhere near the imposter syndrome. Like I am here, I've well earned it, and that's that. And so let's move forward and like get the job done. And so there's that. And so I'm supposed to enjoy it too. Okay? That's prime there. Now here, this is a double of effort on the major arcana. And so this is the Emperor's card in reverse with the World card in reverse. This is like a birthing, you know. You say you got the whole world in your hands. Well, I've got the whole world in my womb. So 3, 2, 1 is an angel number here for me. So there's a countdown for sure. It's like a New Year's celebration. But you see, here it's like she's given birth. Empress has given birth. Okay, representing, yeah. It's like, ta-da, that is my huge ta-da moment. So that's what's happening here. So just be for my line of work, or my purpose, let's say, and what I'm destined and fated to do is whatever it is that I'm invested in and employed to do or delegated to do, it's going to have this vibe here. This is yeah, so they want me to be a little bit more broad in describing this. Definitely. So whatever this is, I'm definitely known for, but I'm not like typecasted into just being that. There's some aloofness to it, but it's a matter of like my own privacy settings. That's funny. To Ireland, I would say that your presence here is useless as well, so it's just as good as you saying goodbye from here. Yeah. Definitely. What is this nonsense? I don't know. I don't know where people come off. It's weird. Anyway, some energies are just mind bogglers. Yeah, I have other presents here in my home. Okay, so I'm going to clarify the Three of Pentacles for me. In reversal. Ooh, okay, well, one fell down, or a couple did. This is King of Swords in reversal. Ill-intended. And then the Hierophant and the Magician in reverse. So there's a lot of like nonsense going on around me here. Yeah, there's a lot of nonsense going on around here. And even the Hierophant, even in upright, they're ill-intended. These are all ill-intended. These are all externals. King of Swords in reverse, which is like usually, you know, just a shit talker, like just a major liar. Those are definitely, like, if we put all three together, because let's say birds of a feather flock together, and even though these are all separate energies, I'm just going to go ahead and assume under that notion that these are the kind of energies that abuse their position and their gifts. So this is the kind of energy that does whatever they want, and because they said that they can, to exercise their power. So as in previous readings, these are the kind of energies that would fuck a prostitute and then find their way to fucking a minor, just to just because. Um, they might even use the same condom. They might even try to use the same condom to spread disease, while trying to get off scot-free. They might also have a disease of their own, and so, like, it doesn't even matter. It's like even Steven. Like, so there's that kind of energy here. Yes. These are the kind of energies that, this is like worse than the Jerry Springer show that thrives on infidelity, and this is like the blatant ravage of ravaging and pillaging of humanity. These are the energies that do it. Mm-hmm. Um, I'm gonna remove this energy here. Trying to do like stupid shit again. No, I don't need to sage my house. I don't, this is, I'm saying this is the energy that is present in the world, not just around me. This is around, okay? Again, it is external. Interesting. Should I put these cards back? Or should I get clues? Clues. Let's get clues on it. No, OG Goon Squad, I'm not gonna let you read upon my life and my, no. I'm not gonna let you try to script your way into my destiny and my fate with that bullshit. I'm the one reading the cards. If you want to offer your input, make sure it is of value to the greatest good. Otherwise, it is to your direct dismemberment. Capiche? Okay. Okay. What fell over here is clarity. Clarity received. Yeah, clarity received from that. In solitude. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Right here, it's also depicting not just the ship shall come in, but this is also the Two of Wands. I know it to be true. This is holding my own within my own reflection, home and hearth depicted here. The duplication is the Four of Wands right here. That is home and hearth within my own reflection, within my own being. I don't need anybody to like speak ill upon my life. Yeah. That energy is going to find out pretty quickly the reason why they shouldn't do that. All right, so some clues onto these energies. Instead of saying what's love got to do with it, what's that got to do with it, to do with this. Okay. First off, storm in reverse. Okay, finding the calm. And then strength, and then bad news in reverse. So this is just laying a smackdown on that energy, quieting the room, basically. So, oh gosh, it is laying the smackdown. You know how I know? Because looking at these energies here, there's strength, and there's bad news, which is like good news anyway. It's hauling that in. You see the continuity there? It's hauling the good news in. So just laying a smackdown. I know I'm due for some good news. I've had my share of that already. And, yeah, so there's that. So this is not like giving into the battle of continuing on with somebody else's like poking and prodding here. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm getting that every single time I turn the chats on. So, and there's more and more multiples of it, which means that I'm on the right path. I'm, of great value, of great benefit. I mean, why is there so much opposition if it, weren't the case? So I don't think it, lowers my confidence in my delivery. It's just reconfirming it. When it first started, though, I had to like talk my way up into it. Like, okay, so logically, okay, if it's that, then I must be doing like good, right? I mean, but now it's so obvious. It is very obvious. So those are some of the clues here. Mm. Thanks, Kelly. Mm. Um, I'm talking to like my expansive collective about the energies that I'm kicking out. If you're still here, you must be doing okay. So, or better than okay. All right, moving forward. Let's talk about my destiny here. Okay, I'm destined and fated to do what? Temperance in reverse. So there's probably like a good clearing, like a big kaboosh, like down the hole of the hatchet of toilet energy, or a huge tidal wave type of energy. Top of the deck, or top of this, oh, 8 of Wands. This is real strong communication, because this was on one side of my weight, my, like that weight thing. Anyway, it's that. Yeah, so that's like multiples. So that's like a 10-pounder. Is it 10? Yeah. So it would be like 0 to 80 basically. So things are moving quickly. There's a strong heightened communication. So this is definitely like a smackdown, a tidal wave smackdown. Like a huge rush of inundating these other energies. Don't just silence them, but also drown them. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it causes major imbalance, a major ruckus. Like it silences the area. It's a different version of a tower moment that strikes. And so there's like a loading period after. So that's interesting. Okay. Okay. And then clarifiers to that. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. That's no lacking there. Yeah, there's no lacking there. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. This is, oh wait, there's a couple more that fell down. I forgot. Or maybe not. Yes? No? No? Maybe that was in the previous. I don't know. Let me get some more here. Yeah, so if other energies that are straight up disrespecting me, that they have the intent to disrespect me, there's variations in the lessons that they receive. So like if people do not intend to disrespect me but mistakenly do, they just learn their lesson. Okay, there's a softened bout of karma that they receive. If they intend on it, there's no telling as to whether or not they're going to survive this type of inundation, whether they pride themselves in their own abilities or their applications in life, pertaining to their reputation. If they get floored, if they get, jail time, if they get found out about something heinous that they've done, that's all a matter of karma in its with an iron fist, that's due for them. And so I am not to care about the impact of this tidal wave. That's simply what my energy does, and that's simply what they disrespected. So, at this level of non-consensual disruptions, that is equated to someone raping my energy, and that is how I am supposed to deal with it, which is I am not to care as to whether or not they survive whatever consequence they face, because I know that if they come here like that, they have done far worse things, repetitively at different angles to other energies. And so whatever, you know. Yeah. Thanks. um you know, when you work this hard to come from, how do I say it, to exit situations that can easily swallow up anyone, um like, you don't put up with all of this stuff. The universe doesn't gift you with more bullshit to, like, to wipe their feet on you, you know. Like, there's, how do I say it? Sorry, there are people that have foot fetishes, excuse me. I mean to say that uh like, of course they're gifts, but they're just opportunities to say, like, no, I'm not, I said no the first time, and then, you know, that's it. You know, people are not playing, how is it, people are not dumb when they face energy after, you know, after succeeding so many trials. um they know, like, what they're stepping into. They have a gist of it, you know. So anyway, what came here is freeing yourself, 8 of Swords in reverse, and 7 of Wands upright. So this is having a huge advantage. This is like the soft core version of the Phoenix card, freeing yourself, you know, like, this is the version of the 10 of Swords, like that, but it's freeing yourself from that. That's a soft core version, and then having the upper hand, the vantage point. So this is like the baby bird version of the Phoenix card. But yeah, I mean, I have to be mindful of my crowd. So I'm not going to, like, demonize anybody for having a certain kink, you know. No. I mean, we've already kind of hashed that out. Um mm, um and there's different variations of why that is so, but that mini exploration was very helpful in kind of just shrugging that part off. Like, it's, I don't on my, like, offline thoughts, I realize that, like, it may become more concerning. Like, I would be more concerned if it steered into a different, like, realm. I forgot exactly what it was. Maybe it's not to be discussed here. Not a threat to others, but maybe a threat to the person that holds those fetishes. That's where I would be more concerned. I wouldn't say a threat, but, like, I would be more concerned about the individual themselves. If it had some other thing, I forgot what it was, but I'm sure when the time comes, I'll think of it again. Yeah, see, Oh gosh, no, I gotta get out. These other energies. I want to make sure. Thanks. All right. All right, so clues into this. Okay. Destiny. Okay. Basically, I mean, the reason why this is all said, not just because like energies have come on here, that there's cards representing for it, but it's ensuring, as those samples indicate, to maintain open lines of communication, that they're not bogged down by malicious energies, whether they come in like straight up wanting to fight, or confuse messaging, or just muddle the lines, like loiterers in the lines. That's not needed. You know, like there's a place for everyone, and everyone's on their certain like whatever degrees of path. So I'm just saying that this is not the place for them, you know. Like maybe the little bit of intersection was true to form to indicate, like as a reminder in maintaining like the energy and the header cards, the purity of that form is to also continually be honest and flushing the lines out, basically. So like we've had our fridge for like the longest time. And if you have like the ice maker or water, you know, dispenser, which is like is a common thing now, uh you got to flush those lines out, or like change them out every now and then. And so I learned that, you know, over the course of adulting. So, there's that. Okay. Okay. Clues into this. Thank you. All right. All right. Again, dark-haired woman, opening up to sexual attraction, and then one fell on the floor. Let me see here. Where did you go? It ricocheted underneath my chair. It is growth in reverse. Excuse me. Yeah, okay. So underneath my chair, usually like it's some energy trying to to be enforced, or like an external trying to project heavily upon me. And definitely this one's a projection, a heavy projection, in attempting to create stagnancy. And I wouldn't just claim this, like, how do I say it, this attempt for myself. I think this is common ground for when you're trying to do better in life. There are other energies that want to pull you down a bit, bring you back down, you know, turn your volume down a notch, basically. And it's like, wait, hold up. Don't mess with the radio stations. Don't mess with the volume even. I'm the driver here. These are my settings. These are my controls. That's my control panel, etc. And so, like, so this is kind of like causing stagnation here. So this is my ID card here. Dark-haired woman. Just trying to look at the scope, the horizon, etc. Goodness gracious. And then so there's a level of sexual attraction here. So some of like the opposition also, I'm not gonna say are all like into me, but they do have a level of sexual frustrations and ventures. basically, there's a high degree of creativity in these energies. However, their integration techniques and their focus are malaligned. And so sometimes they try to venture out and distract themselves by kind of like, this is like the juvenile version of like the elementary, where like the little boy like pulls on a girl's hair or teases her or whatever, because there is a level of attraction, like, I like you, that means I like you. That's what this energy is, except in its like adulting sense, you know. um yeah, and so ultimately it does cause stagnation. That these are projections by these own energetics. And I feel like because this is upright, this is more like it's this part is like a subconscious thing. Like they don't realize that that's embedded in their energy. Whether or not they have the initiative to do that upon others, that's this is their baggage. So like, you know, part of my destiny and fate is to call people out, you know, help them recognize their like being like a spiritual chiropractor. You got that misaligned over there. You got to do some stretches. Just, you know what I mean? Anyway, oh shit. Okay, what was that? Okay, it was just the top. Okay. All right, moving forward. I only do paid readings. Check my description and or bio. Okay. Thank you. All right. Okay, this has to do with my destiny, I think. This one's more to do with my destiny than fate. King of Cups in reversal. This is external. Well intended. This is a detached energy, though. It's well intended. So this is not trying to swoon me. This is an energy that is basically taking care of their own health. Maybe they're in rehab. Maybe they just got through something where they have to realign themselves so they don't, let's say they just got out of a relationship that was ultimate fuckery, and they don't want to like inflict that kind of, you know, baggage upon the next person, whether it be platonic, romantic, career, whatever. They don't want to demonize or like take out their resentments on the next energy, which, normally a King of Cups in reversal, they'll employ different ways of emotional. They're capable of vast amounts of emotional abuse. They use certain soft spots, like weaknesses against you when the time comes. They collect bits of information here and there that they intuitively know how to like get at you underneath your skin, that type of energy. But like when they're introducing themselves to you, whether or not they realize that they're unhealed, they romanticize things, you know, like they they like they get into the feels of things. It's nostalgia and They play the little bit of a violin if someone just recently passed away, or they say like, "Oh, I have seasonal depression because my grandpa passed away in these, like in these months." But that was like how many decades ago? Like, so there's that kind of energy. So that's the King of Cups in reversal going off the deep end, and they know that they're there. They know that they're already drowning. They're just like, they're they're living in a la land of illusion because they swallowed so much salt water. They're thirsty. They become thirstier and thirstier, that kind of energy. So this one though is healthy, and they're looking to get healthier. They have not gone off the deep end. I know this because they are taking care of themselves. They check the energy, and they are also detached, not just objective, but detached. They're pulling away. This is not unrequited love. This is not jumping the gun, or what is it? Yeah, yeah. Um, this is not a trigger. This is just kind of like a secret admirer, but like, hey, I'm here, but like, I'm, I'm having to like deal with my stuff. So this is also being like refraining from like an outpour of love. You know what I mean? Like, if I can't do something about it, like then I'm just gonna like say hello, but I'm not gonna be like, I want all this with you. That kind of energy. I'm not going to overstay my welcome. I'm not going to what you call it? Bite off more than I can chew. Um I'm just gonna have a little nibble, like a little crumb off your energy. That kind of energy. It's not bad. I need to stretch more for sure. Um Yeah, I really believe, I'm really starting to believe that there's a lot of trauma. I don't even think this is just isolated to females, but that's what it's certainly marketed to be like. That a lot of trauma is stored in the hips, but I think it's both males and females. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like I need to stretch a bit. Yes, exactly, Paul. The When people use their psychological psychology degree, and for dark purposes, for sure. Um so there's that energy, and that's on the incoming side. Um that has more to do with my destiny. Okay, all right. So this is destiny has a degree of will. So like free will employed. um so you can take it or leave it. It's just an FYI. um yeah, that was a lot of information. Okay, so clarified, what is this energy, what's this purpose in like my destiny? Okay, Three of Wands in reverse, they're here. Oh, you know what? Because I have like I said, there's a lot of shitty, talented energies that choose to waste their talents on like dumb shit, and they have like they've made a name for themselves. They're in some essence reputable, uh, but they're not of true quality. You know what I mean? Um, they're not reliable, really. Beyond um, transaction that directly benefits them, you know? And so um, having energies that are there for you even while they're going through their shiz, and understand the essence of boundaries and the reason why, in order to not vug shiz up, is a blessing. So in discerning like your crowd, you don't automatically fault someone for having to handle their shiz accordingly. And um yeah, you fault the energies that fake it and use layers of facades in order to like get the foot in the door and to do God knows what more. And so this is good. This is actually very good. Okay, so the clue card for this. No, I don't sleep on streams. I don't know why people do that. I thought about doing it once. I don't know why, but you gotta pay me for my time. Hmm. Um, yeah, show your waitresses respect for sure. Mm. Um, I forget it's morning. It's 2:38 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so the clue into the King of Cups here. Okay. Let's hear. Do this one. Okay. Good fortune. Oh my god. Okay. This is like a diamond in the rough that is going through the pressure cooker of the universes. And so they know they have to like quarantine, they have to self-isolate. But in the meantime, energetically they are around. And give me a second. I need to kick this energy out. This that energy here. That's funny. Yeah, 2026 is the year of the fire horse, according to something that I saw on my Instagram feed. I hardly ever go there now, but anyway, I happened to encounter that. So it makes a lot of sense. I'll put it, I think the highlight has like expired as of like 6 p.m. or something like that. So I have to, or my story. So I have to create it into a highlight. But anyway, this is, as far as my destiny is involved, I already kind of energetically was open to this after, getting through with these two cards. That based on that alone, comparatively speaking, I would count this in before counting the other energies that had uh status, because honestly it's like, what do you call it, um uh, like my ex, uh, when he would fight back, he would say something like, "Haven't you heard of something called functional alcoholism or something like that?" And I'm like, "Wait a minute, that's your that's your way of like kind of backing yourself up. That's your leverage to tell me that you're acknowledging that you that the alcohol is not a problem because you can still function, like get your work done. That was the implication, even though I knew he wasn't getting his work done. It was like a fake. It was, you know, those mouse thing, you know, like those things that fake that you're like, they move your mouse around so that it looks like you're working from a distance. Like he bought one of those, like, and used it for years, and so like I don't know if he got caught or not, but it's just like at at one point or another you're going to have to fess up, and you're going to have to face um the um um the compounded requests of your energy from your line of work. And based on what I saw, I knew that you couldn't skirt around that. He wasn't high enough on the totem pole to be able to skirt around that. And even then, no, like he was not near that. So, um, anyway, like that was your leverage, functional alcoholism. I forget. Is that what it was? How it said? But anyway, um, so, this energy here, they're taking care of business in its like core aspect, and that is the imprint of a true healer. And so and that brings in good fortune. Like, this is a diamond in the rough. That's what I was just saying, like they bring good fortune. Also holds a great degree of magnetism. Wait. Yeah. Like, this energy might not just be a king of cups, but there's something more to him than that. Yeah, that was confirmation. Well, thanks for the extra follow. Let me just scoot back here on this chat. Lemon water is a good thing in the morning. State-run black site. What is that? What? Multicultural. I mean, I'm glad the community is talking amongst themselves. But yeah, you're right. That's an alcoholic trying to say he's not an alcoholic. And it in some instance it's an alcoholic trying to say, like, what of it? I still have a job. I still, you know, have this, you know, I still have the perks of it, you know. It's it's so messy. It's so freaking messy. I just remembered, like, the whole, like, mannerisms and just the energy was, yeah. Ugh. I'm supposed to wave. You mean like wave like woo? Or sit? What kind of wave are we talking about here? my goodness. That's funny. Oh my gosh. No, I'm glad that you're talking, but like, this is such fine print for me. I'm looking on my phone. I need to hook this up to my computer and do a better live stream. Okay. I'll probably be more on point with responses. Yeah. Well, T-Bird, you're aware, and you said you used to be. It's your past. Put your past behind you. I've not done one of those like stadium waves in a long ass time. Holy smokes. 3 cards here. We last spoke of the King of Cups in reversal. 3 of Wands in reversal. They're here. And good fortune. Okay. So, I'm destined and fated to do what? Let's see here. We'll get one more offering here because it's been over an hour now. Yeah. That's crazy. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. King of Pentacles in reverse. Why are all of these in reversals? Let's find out. Okay. Internal. External. Energy. Well intended. Ill intended. Objective. Detached. Here. Around. Can I put this back? Okay. So this is an external energy, King of Pentacles in reversal. They are ill-willed. They are around, okay? These are the bosses that manipulate, that abuse their wealth and stature. Basically, what I just talked about in the previous. I'm a functioning alcoholic, that type of energy. This is, this is yucky. Like, I wouldn't hook up my friend with this energy. I wouldn't even hook up people that I could care less about or don't like with this kind of energy. You know what I mean? Like, you know how like dark magic, like dark high priestesses try to fug around shit, and they'll try to manipulate the matchmaking opportunities. They'll either try to take some away from you, or like they'll time when they introduce someone to your path that is supposed to fug shiz up. That's what kind of work they do. I am not that remorseful in other energies where I will attempt to hook up like those energies. I think they naturally magnetize each other, and they find home within, like solace within each other, because they know that they can expect something heinous, or something like there's something that they are used to, like when you go through bouts of abuse. That's like all when you frequent that a lot, that becomes all that you know. So it becomes embedded in your scripts. So there's a sense of familiarity that they magnetize each other already. I don't have to do that kind of work, but I am not enticed to either. I just recognize that that's what other people do. So anyway, let's put this back. Okay, because I don't need that here. Upright. Okay. Tower moment. Yeah. This is ultimate discernment. You know what this is? These are the energies, when they're in reversal. It's these are the pick me energies that found a way for energies to pick them. You know what I mean? Like, let me just kind of let me go ahead and just give you, what is it? Give you some like incentive to pick me. You know, um what is it? This is energy manipulation, and it's like show off energy. Yeah, this is a pick me energy, a different variation of a pick me energy. Just um these are ladder climbers. These are opportunists. You know, this is yeah, this is the ones that'll stroke and like fondle your ego. You know what I mean? That's what they do. Okay, so we just do away with them. Um, yeah, I don't need that in my castle. Turning my castle into a tower. Fuck that. No. Mm, um. No. There's skirts. Look, there's skirts. There's shorts. You see the matchy match? They're attached. See? So you can't let your imagination get to you. Plus, they're not even really that short. The tower is a balancer for sure. No, it's energy doesn't go by a singular face. It's just around town. It made its presence here. Whoever's like, it's kind of like a crosswatcher, gate crasher type of energy. That's what came about over here. To answer one of the people here. But I don't need to tolerate that. I just need to like throw it back. Jesus is already here. Don't you worry about it. You go find Jesus if you can't find it here. Okay? All right. All right. So, all right. So, well, did I say we're gonna get one more from here? Okay. 8 of Swords in reverse. Freeing myself. Okay. Clarify by. I mean, what am I destined and fated to do? I think this is left kind of like, if we're looking at trying to figure that out, they're not just gonna blurt it out like, "Hey, over here." You know, because obviously there's energies that we need to face as far as like what our surroundings are like. This is what you do in business, a SWOT analysis. Okay. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So looking at the scope of like where I'm at, where it stands right now, because the forecasting can look a bit different. The SWOT analysis can change, as we, move along. So rather than like jumping the gun and saying like, you're supposed to be right here, this is your destination, because it's not all about the destination, it's about the journey. And so, just part of like the beauty in things is just seeing how one is impactful, and how a collective of of higher standards becomes more impactful. Like, what does that how does that blueprint overall look like as a footprint in its collective form? And so this is not just about freeing myself, but what does that like look like in its like pluralized sense? Yeah, this is not jumping ahead of things. This is naturally what one should pay attention to. Yeah, definitely as the weather changes. Definitely memories. Building memories are that's that's um that's also a great takeaway on that. Um mhm, yeah. Okay, all right, so clarifier to the Eight of Swords in reversal. I'm destined and fated to do what would. Gifts unlocked. Okay, so this is one of the gifts unlocked in here is like being able to read the room, not just like where I'm at, but also the presence that permeates this particular room, presence like throughout, interesting. Interesting. So the more expansive I'm able to think about things, certain concepts, the unexplored realm. I'm able to kind of penetrate and read the room even further. So it's not just an exploration of concepts, but also, yeah, reading the room along the way pushes things out further. Queen of Swords, yeah. This is an elevated platform from Page of Swords, the student, the forever student, to Queen of Swords, which is like, I'm going to do something about it. There is purpose to it. I have purpose to it. Okay. Yeah. I had a lean, mean fighting machine. Because look, it's like, this is almost it's like a lance, like, yes. It's like, yes. I had to get my brush out because I had a lot of flyaways. It was a little crazy. It was really crazy. It was worse than that, but the best way to like handle it, oh my gosh, it like smoothed everything out for sure. Like, what the fuck? I look like, I wouldn't even say a ragamuffin. I looked like little girl, can you tell me where your mama is? How long have you been out here? That's what I look like. Except like up until like, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes before I started this reading, I was doing stuff, okay? Anyway, the clue to this, okay, is, okay, what fell down? Oh, it looks like it's a happiness card. Oh God, I'm doing it. Where are you? There we go. It is the happiness card, inverted. Way to go. Yeah, so basically this is the sun card. Minus the horse, traded off for Toto, like on like the backside, that kind of energy. Hmm. You know what this reminds me of? This is like the Book of Shadows Tarot. As above, the Queen of, or I think it's called the Mother of Water. Queen of Cups, basically. She's feeling out the rain. She's feeling out the weather patterns. And so it's very receptive to that. So this is a hidden version of the Queen of Cups here, which is strange because there's no precipitation other than the implication with the cloud there formation in the background. And I was going to say something about like a puppy in the window, like that, you know, upright like that, but there's just no window. However, her hand depicts like almost something that like an invisible window. So there's something about that there, about the horizon, like being excited about the horizon, like puppy and window. We're both behind this, you know, hypothetical like window. And so this is the feels, like I get you, that type of energy. Oh, like I'm not alone, etc. So this is a very strange way of looking at things, but being receptive to the climate on the outskirts, what is projected on the horizon. So this is like a mini, mini, mini me high priestess type of energy. Yeah, because looking at that imagery of the mother of water is almost like is someone that has a lot of pull, like the high priestess and the moon, you know. It's that kind of energy. So this is like the baby cousin or the baby niece version of the high priestess, when having to approach the scope of the horizon in its expansive form. What did we start off with? What was that? The Libtron? I don't remember what that was. Anyway, the unexplored. Thanks. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Um, all right. So, now, thank you. Love and light for sure. All right. So, now is the takeaways, because that was the last grab at it. All right. One takeaway from my good vibers here. Okay. Love and light. Okay. Okay, first one, the World card in reverse, clarified by okay, before I get that, is this internal? External energy, external. Embodied in a person, situation, current, upcoming, current, past. All right. So for you, this is an external card. It's not embodied in a person. It's like a situation, and it's upcoming. It's not current, it's not past, it's upcoming. Does that mean upcoming closure? Upcoming. Like it, this is like an upcoming open, like an upcoming foot in the door. I don't know what that is. Or... like similar to a case being reopened. Somebody's trying to do a psychic attack. I feel very faint, but I feel like also a little bit of hunger too. Weird. But upcoming reopening, like maybe reopen applications. Anyway, okay, this is 8 of Wands in reverse. Okay. Upcoming communications. Methodical. Not underground, but... and not necessarily down low, but methodical upcoming communications. What the heck? What is this? Who are you, my good vibers? What is this? All right, the clues are... fair gray-haired woman. Internal. External. They know. It's external, and it's someone that you don't know. What is this? So it's someone rather mature, and they don't have to have a fair complexion nor have gray hair, but this is a mature woman coming in with delivering or part about delivering some type of methodical communications on something that is to be reopened. What is that? Whatever it's supposed to position you into like cloud 9 type of energy. Like, it's good news, basically. I don't know what this is about reopening. Let me get one more yes. Or through here. One more through here for you. Justice in reverse. Yeah, so maybe it's a case being reopened or looked at again. Interesting. Yes, that's true. What the frick? Okay. All right. Oh, I forgot to look at the bottom of the deck and the top. So top and bottoms. Okay. Some thought coming through, some rest, some respite, some peace, rest and relaxation, that kind of energy. Top of the deck, no secret to the sauce. Oh no, maybe I thought somebody was talking about my feet. No, I have wide feet, but I also like have bunions. Look at that, Lucy. Look at that. I have that. I don't think I'm ashamed in showing you. They're actually really dry too right now. So I have to use like these toe spacers that like kind of like jut them out to kind of do better on there. I'm not worried about them. That's part of who I am. There's a lot more to me, and they still work beautifully. Anyway, that was the top or bottom of the deck. Yeah. So top of the deck is 6 of Swords in reverse. Like, this is the calm. This is yeah. This is rest. This is peace. Bottom of the deck to this is King of Cups, upright. A healer, very intuitive, could be psychic. tends to feel out situations and tends to be right about them. Also, they enjoy the element of romance. Mhm. Probably has the most intimate relationships of all kings, you know. Top of, oh, that one wanted to make its way through. Four of Pentacles in reverse. So this is not being micromanaging. And then this normally doesn't happen when I pick up the top of the deck. But it was Knight of Pentacles inverted. So it's coming through. So this is this energy, I think, has the intention of coming through for sure. Without like micromanaging how it's going to happen. They're just like, they're making the motions to move forward. All right. You know, they, oh shit. Okay. Piece of Howlite came through. Look, fame was on the bottom of this one, the clue into this. There's an, okay. So these are for all the ones that have takeaways. This might, you know what? I just dismantled a chakra bracelet that has Howlite as its base, and I'm not really like into Howlite because it feels like fake marble almost. But I had to dismantle it because it was one of the ones that I found as like a gift by my friend of 20 years. And I knew that like there's some kind of like element of hexing and curses tied to whatever she's, you know, tried to give me from her heart, whatever. So anyway, I had to dismantle it, but like the Howlite just keeps like falling down from here. So anyway, Howlite is probably something to work with. But I have to recreate whatever that was. Anyway, there's an element of fame here, like famous energy. Oh, thanks for the likes and subscribes. Thank you to my new subscribers, for sure. And my old subscribers. Yeah, Venmo assistant. All right. So anyway, top of the deck. No secret to our sauce. Peace. Talk about peace. Oh my gosh, this is for sure. So maybe there's energies who, whether it's newfound fame, this is experiencing the glory of ultimate fandom and fame. These are celebrity energies, who have to wear the shades in order to preserve peace. This is whether they're extroverts or not. This is it's not like wanting, it's not wanting to like get out of the like that realm, but just needing seclusion outside of vacation home status. You know what I mean? Like I don't always have to retreat to do this and that. Like I want to find peace in like the minor arcana of life, you know? There's a need for that. Okay. So anyway, 2 takeaways for my super duper refined divine collective, as I usually do. Okay. So yeah, you spelled Howlite right on the first part of it. What? All right, so first takeaway. Page of Wands in reverse. Striking up a match, starting something up. Okay. Knight of Wands. Okay. And this is done with confidence. Okay, somebody's about to start something. Okay. Maybe you're just, wait. You're confident about your journey this time. You're confident about what you're destined to do, that you have purpose, that you are going to get started with whatever it was. Thanks for the follow. All right. And your clue into that. Hope For sure. Oh my God. Oh my God. You're starting your journey. I mean, well, you probably already had started, but this is like, all right, I feel good about it. Okay, let's just start. Okay. This is not like the ready set go like anticipation of anxiety. I'm in the entered into the Olympics. This is more like I feel the feels of it. I feel good about it. Like I feel confident that I'm gonna feel good about it tomorrow and next week and the next week after that. I feel like this is something stuck. Like it's good. Okay. So your second takeaway is the devil card. Why do we keep getting the devil card? What the frick? All right. Well, this is again, we talked about this is the addictions card, the obsessions card. This is also something that's highly attractive. This is like this is like a hedonistic card as well. This can mean a variety of things, but this is like in its neutralized, like I can call it, great nor evil. It's a flex for sure. That's what I'm hearing right now. Okay. Clarified by, we'll get more definition here, but let me see. Yeah, two cupids. Yeah, there's pagan energy here. Yeah, there's someone who's struggling here. You see the backside kind of misaligned, like screaming, that kind of energy. But let's get a little bit more flavor on it here. Page of Pentacles. Investment. Okay, wait. Internal. External energy. It's external. This is an external. Entity. Entity, like business. Yeah, something like you have your eyes on the prize. Like you have scoped this entity, this energy, this business out for a while. Like you've been like distraught over it. Like how should I go about approaching this or whatever? You've scoped it out and thought about it, like laid eyes on it more than you have your investment. Like your investment was almost like an afterthought, like put the horse before the cart. This is the horse, and that's the energy there on how to approach it. Like it's like, okay, all right, is that like making a big choice or something? Maybe it's an investment or something, but that's an external energy this time. In the previous readings, the devil card has been an internal energy. So this is something that, and so this is internal. Okay, so this is your energy in an investment. Like, okay, let's see. All right, clarifier is, and it split to another part of the deck, but then that was like a I don't know, it was done before, like, you know, that would have been like a pre-reading type of energy, but anyway. Okay. Brown-haired man in reverse. The frick? Internal. Okay. Right then you heard a door close when I said energy. I don't know if I said it out loud, but this is external. And when I said energy and then the door closed, I think there's somebody that exited a company or the auric fields of another entity or energy. Let's say this is a person, if it's not a business. But someone has left the building. Someone has exited. And that's why you're like, oh, foot in the door. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like that. Like investment. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. For sure. I feel like that. investments don't always mean sacrifice, no, but it could mean that. Here, I don't believe it's a sacrifice. I think this is, and I think this is something that's like something like excited, something that's, cool. Like, yes, okay, I didn't expect that, but like, let's go. That's what I'm getting out of this one. Is this? Let me see here. Just looking at all these things that are being said. Altheus, Orion. Obviously none of these are your takeaways because that's bad vibes. Gonna kick you out right now. Yeah, definitely cast the old into the crucible. I see what you're saying. Yeah. But here I really don't feel like, I mean, to each their own, but, I feel like this is more of like, an excited energy, you know, like a surprise type of energy. Definitely. Yeah. Page. I think that was the second takeaway. Am I crazy? Hold on here. Because the first one, that was that one. Yeah. So this is the first one, striking up something new. This is the second one. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so that's your second takeaway. Okay, so for my partners in peace and quiet. 1, 2. 2 takeaways. Okay. First one is, yeah. Three of Swords. What the frick? Clarified by. That's disappointment. Checking the energy. Nine of Pentacles. Independence. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that Orion energy. That Orion energy, they were commenting in previous states, and then they said something after the fact that was, I don't know, they started to say some questionable things, but I don't know if I was like reading, I wasn't really admitting everything, just looking at things in hindsight. And then they said something after, it said something like, about investment, like go broke supporting her. And I was like, oh, that was a disappointment. But you know, it's it's again, it's non-relative to me. They're going to act like that. They're not going to act like that here anymore. Um, yeah, they've been excused from the table basically. And so I still have my greens. I still have, abundance here. Yeah, more for me basically. So my partner is in peace and quiet. It's just seeing that some can't hang because they are incapable currently in doing so. Yeah. This is like the lower hanging fruit that was proposed to be something higher because the farmer, let's say, decided to prop it up with a stick or like bind it a little bit better, so they came off as like higher hanging fruit, but they truly naturally weren't. So that's the energy there. Hmm. Thanks. All right. Yeah, what a disappointment. That's okay. All right, moving forward. Clarified or clue into that is journey. Yeah. So this is just moving on. You move on. You find better people along the way, better energies. And even if you're just riding solo, if that's like the best of my particular path, that's the best of my particular path. I'm not going to fret about it. Nor am I going to dumb myself down like trying to prove it otherwise. You just move on, and that's it. It's my whole life doesn't have to be concocted as an ultimatum between I must have this or that. Life will kind of like relay its offerings to me as I move along, just as my partners in peace and quiet know. Okay. Second takeaway to my partners in peace and quiet. Six of Pentacles in reverse. It's time to receive the best offerings for sure. There have been too many imbalanced exchanges, and you know, that's that. Queen of Wands. So, this is knowing that one is a very highly attractive energy, in touch with their magic. And so why would you compromise yourself in receiving any less than even the bare minimum of an equal exchange? Like at some point, it's not like having others pay for other energies debts from long ago. This is just knowing like I know how I present myself, and I'm not going to devalue myself by getting the bare minimum of spiritual minimum wage, yeah. Okay. Clarified by the Lover's card in reverse. Yeah. It's doing away with these energies. Even the undercover lover energy. It's undercover lovers is unrequited love in some sense. So Yeah. Okay. All right. So, thanks. Yeah, I tend to have jazz hands for sure. A man hating sexist card? I don't think so. Yeah. Unrequited love. Yeah, that's unrequited love is unrequired love for sure, Saint. All right. Okay, my 3 takeaways. First one. Yeah, like, why are you gonna have somebody that close to you, like on an intimate level, like within that closeness of your auric fields, of like, that are fakers, that are like posers, that are frauds, in any sense? Like, no, no. 9 of Pentacles again. Yay! My garden is bussin'. Fantastic. Clarified by. Okay, extroverted. 10 of Pentacles. It's totally buzzing. This is fantastic. It's like highly abundant. Super abundant, like the maximum capacity, maximum yields of fruits from the labor. These are the kind that's like heirloom tomato type of energy that, its seeds are like, they're like gold. That's crazy. Yeah. And then my clues into that. Love. Oh my God. What? What? I'm hearing genius of love. Because I was like, when I said garden, I was like, I was gonna say something about could be that garden, because I didn't let, X amount trample over my blooms. So that's very fertile. Oh my gosh, garden. What? I heard was it, what's his name? Dude, what's his name? Joe Dirt. Like, what? That kind of energy. This is crazy. I mean, 9 of Pentacles is also considered self-sufficient and independent. And this is looking like, this is wonderful. My destiny has laid a smackdown on me. My destiny and fate has laid a smackdown on me, and I just rebuke any energies that try to throw fuckery on my plate. Somebody try to stop me from saying that. Somebody trying to like actively try to stop me from speaking well upon myself. This is fact. All right. My second takeaway is extroverted. Knight of Wands. Proceed with confidence. Okay. Through the seasons of change, there's leaves, pumpkin spice lattes. Yes, leaves. What? Okay. The frick? Hold on. Oh, okay. All right. Fire's horse energy. Extroverted. 10 of Wands in reversal, extroverted. Yeah, proceed with confidence, like no burdens. That no baggage carried forward, none of mine and none of anybody else's. Yeah, no baggage moving forward. That's great. That's great. A true clean slate. What's sweet? Sway, what is that? Maybe that song Sway. It's an old song. Anyway. Battle in reverse extroverted. Yeah, definitely. No conflict. Like no, how do I say it? Like, yeah, there's no conflict. Like no one trying to pick a fight, that type of energy. We've left that behind. Like that energy cannot meet up with the requirements of my frequency, my current frequency. So yeah, they said let my frequency flag fly. That's it. Is bring it back. So what it's saying here is prior to that, this phase, people would try to double up on the conflict, you know? That's 5 of Wands and 5 of Wands total. Like, was it 10 toes down? But like this is full force. They would try to come at me like fucking crazy. And so moving forward, that's not happening. Yeah, for sure. Okay. My third takeaway is well, okay. What? Okay. Strength in reversal extroverted. Is this test of willpower? No. More so it's about resilience, like maybe an inner renewal. Like having to deal with G-force, you know, and moving forward. There's some hidden thing about things being expedited, so having to handle the normalcy of G-force and moving forward. Like, yeah, the pull-out game is strong, but it's not just strong, it's it's a new thing. It's yeah, like leaving situations behind, like real quick. What is it? Yeah. But anyway, clarifier. The Temperance card in reversal. Yeah, it's riding big waves. These are mavericks. Oh my gosh, this is big. This is maverick territory. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. Clarified by change. What the heck? Let me get one more clarifier, yeah? Yeah, I'm glad I mentioned with the seasons of change with the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, yeah, Knight of Wands here with the leaves over here, because that depicts this here, the change leaves over here. Yeah, this is definitely moving forward. This is like maverick territory, and anxiety and reversal came to clarify that. So like being in the realm of mavericks, the big wave riders, like it's gonna be kind of like I'm a shoe-in for that. I blend in well with that realm. That I'm, you know, the people associated with that, that engage in that kind of energy, that embody it. They get me, I get them. This is something that's kind of one of the mysteries of life, like when we encounter different walks of life and it's like we have something major in common that is a rarity amongst others, is interesting. So that's part of my destiny and fate. That's crazy. You guys are so crazy in there. All right, that's it. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, properties, passions, pursuits, and prospects from those that call upon, cast, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, or any variation thereof the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought form, pattern, and or entity to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for reformatting to love and light energy, and to be refortified in me. Only me has a free, no doubt, and no attachment, except for all bonus points included. Thanks so much. And now for a bit of ASMR. Live streamer mastery. Do stuff that does not make any sense, except maybe it does. Thinking more expansively to my quartz tower. Maybe it just needs a little love. Anyway, that's it for now. Upon closing the portals in these readings, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of rollout. In light and love, I'm closing all portals in this reading, or in these readings, including part 1. Now,